Good morning students. Welcome to online teaching session of Academy World School Pavitra. Today we are going to learn about the derivation of equations of the motion that I told in my previous session also. We derive the equations using the graph and not using the graph. Well, if I talk about the equations of the motion, there are three equations of the motion. V equal to u plus at. Second one is s equal to ut plus half at square. Third one is v square minus u square is equal to 2as. Let me start from the equation of the motions. Then I will explain you how to derive these equations using the graph. And after that I will explain you how to derive again all these equations without using the graph, which is known as algebraic method. Both are essential to remember. But before going to start, I would like to inform you that please keep your books and copy and pen and pencil ready so that you can note it down. These are your mathematical part and the calculation part. Please do try to understand it in a proper way. And I will explain you also repeatedly. Well, we start writing from the equations of the motion. Let me write, you also write along with me, equations of the motion. There are three equations of the motion. You know that the first one is v equal to u plus at. Second one is s equal to ut plus half at square. And third one is v square minus u square is equal to 2as. Where the v is the final velocity, u is the initial velocity, a is the acceleration, t is the time, s is the distance or displacement. Now, how to derive the first equation of the motion using the graph? So let me draw the graph. So let me draw the graph like this way. I have taken the velocity and the time graph. Time is along x-axis and velocity is along the y-axis. So velocity time graph will give you the acceleration. Let a body travel with an uniform acceleration. So the velocity will increase obviously. Let me draw the graph in this way. Let it is the A position of the body. This is the B position of the body. Okay? Let the initial velocity at A be u. Initial velocity u at time 0. Okay? At time 0. O is the origin. Let the final velocity of the body at B is v at time interval t. Now, I have to draw a perpendicular from B to x-axis, one perpendicular, and then another perpendicular also I have to draw like this, and also give the name. I have given the name AB, now it is C and D. So now you see, BD is the perpendicular on x-axis, and similarly AC is the perpendicular on BD. This is actually drawn for calculation part. Now how to continue the derivation? Well, it is the velocity time graph. I told you already, velocity time graph will give you the acceleration. Here the body is moving with uniform acceleration. Okay? So now you see, this is your acceleration. Now the question is how to find out the acceleration. If you remember, I told you that the finding out the slope of the line. So here the same thing you have to apply here. I have to find out the slope. So let me write A is equal to BC upon AC. BC upon AC. So why BC upon AC? Again I want to remind you, I told you that slope M is equal to y upon x. Okay, so y means your y-axis portion and x means your x-axis portion. So A is equal to BC upon AC. Now, what is BC? How can we get BC? We can get BC that subtracting the CD from BD. Let me write down BC is equal to BD minus CD upon AC. AC is parallel to OD. What is OD? OD is the time. Okay? So we can write in place of AC OD. Okay? So now we have to put the value. What is the value of the BD? BD means D to B. This is the final velocity V, small v. So let me write down in place of the BD, V minus CD. C to D. CD is parallel to OA. And what is the value of the A here? Initial velocity u. So I can write v minus u upon OD. OD is the time, total time t. So let me write here t. So v minus u upon t. Okay. So in the left hand side I have written it here A. So I can write it A is equal to v minus u upon t. Then by cross multiply I get AT is equal to v minus u, or v is equal to u plus AT. So this is the first equation of the motion deriving using graph. Okay. So again you can go through that. I have taken the slope of the line segment AB. Okay. A is the initial position, B is the final position. Initial velocity of the body I have taken it here u. Final velocity is the v. The body is moving at uniform acceleration. Okay, because our graph is v and t. Right? So I have written that A is equal to BC upon AC, the slope of A. Now BC is equal to BD minus CD. BC is equal to BD minus CD. And AC is parallel to OD. So I can write in place of the AC OD. Okay. So now you have to put the value. So BD is equal to V, because D to B, this point is the final velocity, and we have taken the symbol V. So V. Similarly, your CD is parallel to OA, and the value of the OA is U. So V minus U, and OD is the time t. Then I can write A equal to V minus U upon t. So by cross multiplying I got AT equal to V minus U and B equal to U plus AT. This is the derivation of the first equation of the motion using the graph. Okay. So now we will proceed how to derive the second equation of the motion. The second equation of the motion is S equal to ut plus half at square. There are two methods to derive the second equation of the motion, and I will explain the both. So be ready with me. How to derive the second equation of the motion? Let me start. So we will consider the same graph. Okay. But how to proceed? Here you see, I have to find out the area of the shaded portion. Okay. This is the shaded portion. Why to find out the area of the shaded portion? Because this shaded portion will give you the displacement. So let me write. The displacement is equal to area of the trapezium, that is your OABD. Because you see this shaded portion form a trapezium OABD. So we have to find out the area of the trapezium OABD. Okay. So S is equal to, what is the formula to find out the area of the trapezium? The formula is half into sum of the parallel sides into altitude. Let me write down sum of the parallel sides. Which are the parallel sides in this trapezium? The parallel sides are OA parallel to DB or BD. So I can write it sum of the parallel sides into altitude. Altitude means height. Height is OD. Okay. So do write it your altitude. Now you can write the symbols. So sum of the parallel sides are your OA. S equal to half into, so half into OA plus your BD. BD into altitude is your OD. Okay? Again I repeat. The area of the trapezium, the formula is half into sum of the parallel sides multiplied by altitude. So I have written half into the sum of the parallel side. Which are the parallel side here? OA parallel to DB. So I have mentioned OA plus BD. Okay? Into altitude. Altitude is OD. Right? So I have to put the value now. Half into OA. OA, the value is U. So let me write down here U plus BD or D to B. The value is V. V for final velocity V into OD. OD is what? Time T. Okay? So write down time T. Now you see that this V, according to the first equation of the motion, V equal to U plus AT. So we have to put U plus AT in place of the V here. So let me proceed. Half into U plus V equal to U plus AT. Okay? Into T. Then you see half into U plus U, 2U plus AT into T. Right? Then you see multiply 2U into T, that's equal to 2UT, and AT into T, AT square. Understood? Now multiply the content inside the bracket with half. So what it will be? 2UT upon 2 plus AT square upon 2. Right? So 2 will be cancelled and we got UT plus half AT square. So now this is the second equation of the motion, derivation of the second equation of the motion. Again I want to repeat it here. We have to find out the area of the shaded portion. The area of the shaded portion will give us displacement of the body. Okay? But area of this shaded portion is a trapezium. So we have to find out the area of the trapezium. What is the name of the trapezium? OABD. So I have written it here. Displacement is equal to area of the trapezium, OABD. Now you have to remember what is the formula to find out the area of the trapezium. The formula is half into sum of the parallel sides multiplied by altitude. So half into OA plus BD. OA and BD are the parallel sides of this trapezium. So I have mentioned it. Altitude means the height. So height is here OD. Now put the value half into OA. O to A, the value is U. U for initial velocity and BD for V. Okay? And OD the time T. Now you see that half into U plus AT. So from where I have got it? U plus AT. Again I want to repeat. That is your V equal to U plus AT according to the first equation of the motion. See here. Again I repeat. V equal to U plus AT. So in place of the V, I put U plus AT. Understood? So now you multiply. So half into, first you add this. U plus U equal to 2U AT into T. Then you multiply 2U into T, 2UT, AT into T, AT square. Then multiply half. So it will be 2UT upon 2 plus AT square upon 2. So 2 will be cancelled. So we got UT plus half AT square. Is it clear? Now I want to explain you the second method to derive the second equation of the motion. What is the second method? Let me do this. Again you start writing in the same way that the area of the shaded portion, okay? Area of the shaded portion will give you the displacement. So you write the displacement. This is your second method. Second method, okay? So displacement is equal to, now what you will do, in the shaded portion we are also getting the two figures. One is a triangle ABC and another one is a rectangle OACD. So if we find out the area of the triangle and area of the rectangle and the both will be added, then we can get the total area of the shaded portion. So same thing I am going to do. So I write it, displacement is equal to area of triangle ABC, area of the triangle ABC plus area of the rectangle OACD. Right? So what is the formula to find out the area of the triangle? Half into base into height. Let me write down half into base. Base is here AC. And what is the height? BC. Let me write. Then what is the area of the rectangle? Length into breadth. So what is the length? OD and the breadth is CD. So I can write it OD into CD. Okay, so now you see half into AC. AC is parallel to OD, that is your T. So in place of AC I can put T here. And what is BC? BC is equal to BD minus CD. Let me write down BD minus CD plus OD. OD is equal to T. Write it down. And CD. CD is parallel to OA, that is your U. Write down U here. Now you see half into T. BD. BD is equal to your V minus your CD is equal to U. V minus U plus UT. Okay. Next you see, go on, proceed for that. Let me do it. Half into T. Half into T. V equal to U plus AT according to the first equation of the motion, and minus U plus UT plus UT. So now you see half into T, U cancel and we are getting only AT plus UT. So now you see half T into AT, we are getting AT square plus UT. So displacement I have taken it here S, so I got it S equal to UT plus half AT square. So this is the second method to find out the, you can say, derivation of the second equation, S equal to UT plus half AT square. Well, to summarize this, I can say that in the first method we are considering the area of the trapezium, but in the second method we are considering the area of the triangle and area of the rectangle, and both are summed up. Okay, so after that okay students, I told you that how to derive the second equation of the motion using the graph, and I explained you two methods. Again I repeat, in the first method I used the trapezium. I have found the area of the trapezium, and in the second method I used the area of the triangle and area of the rectangle, and both are added. Okay. Next we will go to the third equation, derivation of the third equation. So let me start derivation of the third equation. Let me write down the third equation here. Third equation is V square minus U square is equal to 2AS. V square minus U square is equal to 2AS. So now, how to derive the third equation using the graph? Now, what I have to do it now, that it is the same process as it goes on in the second equation. Let me start. We did in the second equation area of the trapezium. Write down area of the trapezium, that is your OABD. OABD we have taken. So why we have taken? We are finding out the displacement. So displacement S is equal to area of the trapezium OABD. So what is the formula? I told you, half into sum of the parallel sides. Sum of the parallel sides into altitude. Altitude, okay? Again I repeat, half into sum of the parallel sides into altitude. This is the area of the trapezium. Now let me put the value. So half into sum of the parallel side means OA plus BD into altitude. Altitude is OD, right? Now, what is your OA? I told you, again I want to tell you that it is your U plus BD. BD is your V. U plus V into OD is the time T. After that we did as according to the second equation. Now from this it will be changed. Now you see what you have to do. We know that according to the first equation of the motion, V equal to U plus AT. Find out the value of the T from here. So how to get the T? We can write it V minus U upon A is equal to T. Understood? So T is equal to V minus U upon A. So now in this equation what I have to do? I have to put V minus U upon A here. Okay? Let me put it half into U plus V into V minus U upon A. Again I repeat, in place of the T I put V minus U upon A. From where I got it? I got it from the first equation of the motion, V equal to U plus AT. So T is equal to V minus U upon A. Right? So now you see, this is V plus U and V minus U. It is just like the algebraic identity, A square minus B square. So A square minus B square is equal to A plus B into A minus B. Similarly, if you put that identity here, it will also be like that, V square minus U square. Let me write down. So half into V square minus U square upon A. Okay? So after that what we have to do? Let me do it. So here in the left hand side I have written it here S. Area of the trapezium is S. So S is equal to half into V square minus U square, V square minus U square upon A. Or I can write it here, V square minus U square upon 2A, or 2AS is equal to V square minus U square, or by rearranging, V square minus U square is equal to 2AS. So this is the third equation of the motion derivation using the graph. Is it clear? Next, after that, I will explain you without using the graph how can we derive these three equations. Let me start. Again, let me write down the equations of the motion once again, and after that I will derive this. But here we are not using the graph. So let us round it. We do not require the graph now. Okay? So now you see, without using graph, you have to know how to derive the equations of the motion. So first of all, the first equation is V equal to U plus AT. Okay? How to derive? You know that the formula of the acceleration. Acceleration is equal to V minus U upon T. Let me write down A equal to V minus U upon T. Now by cross multiplying, what I will get? AT is equal to V minus U, and after that I can change the left hand side to right hand side, so that I will get V equal to U plus AT. So this is the first equation of the motion derived without using the graph. Now let me go to the second equation. Again, the second equation also we do not need the graph. Okay? Let me write down the second equation. Second equation is S equal to ut plus half at square. Right? So how to derive? Listen. Here you see, I told you earlier that we are considering the uniform acceleration. The body is moving at uniform acceleration, uniformly accelerated body. So in that case, the displacement is equal to, you can write it that, first you write the average velocity, okay? So I can write it, average velocity of the body is equal to V plus U upon 2. Okay, again I repeat, our body is uniformly accelerated, the acceleration is uniform. So in case of the uniform acceleration motion, the average velocity of the body is equal to V plus U upon 2. Now the displacement will be, in the second case you write the displacement, it will be average velocity into time. So I can write in this way, V plus U upon 2 into T. Right? Now we have to expand it. So how to expand? You write V equal to U plus AT according to the first equation of the motion, plus U upon 2 into T. Okay? So now you see U plus U equal to 2U plus AT upon 2 into t. Okay, so now I am doing it here. So if you multiply, it will be 2 ut, 2 u into t, and 80 into t, 80 square upon 2. Okay, so now you see I will write initially 2 ut upon 2 plus 80 square upon 2. Okay, so here 2 cancel and we got ut plus half 80 square. Understood? So ut plus half 80 square we got, and in the left hand side we have the displacement. So s equal to ut plus half 80 square. So this is how I got the second equation of the motion, its derivation without using the graph. Now third equation is v square minus u square equal to 2as. So it can be derived using the second equation only. Okay, so let me write down the second equation because I have to start it from there only. The second equation is s equal to ut plus half 80 square. Okay, if you remember, I have put the value of the t, v minus u upon a, that I got it from v equal to u plus 80. Same thing I have to put it here. U into v minus u upon a. Okay? Again I want to repeat how I got it v minus u upon a. I got v minus u upon a in this way. V equal to u plus 80. So v minus u upon a is equal to t. Okay? So this value I have put it here in place of the t. Right? So ut plus half 80 square. Half into a t square. T means v minus u upon a whole square. Right? So now I have to expand it. You multiply this u into v, uv minus u into u square upon a plus half into a v minus u whole square. Square of a minus b. A square plus b square minus 2ab. Same identity you have to apply it here. So it will be your v square plus u square minus 2uv upon a square also. A square. Write it down in this way. Right? So now you see this a, 1a will be cancelled. So what we will obtain now? uv minus u square upon a plus v square plus u square minus 2uv upon 2 into a 2a. Okay? So now we have to add it. So here is the denominator a and 2a. What should be the LCM? 2a. So I have to add it. Let me do it and see that okay what's coming here. Now the LCM will be 2a, right? Let me write down the LCM 2a. Then 2a divided by a and quotient will be multiplied here. So 2a upon a equal to, so 2uv minus 2u square plus v square plus u square minus 2uv. Okay, this is according to the addition what you do in your addition of the fraction. Well, so now you see plus 2uv and minus 2uv will be cancelled. Now what I am getting it here? Minus 2u square plus u square minus u square. So I can rewrite starting from the v square minus u square upon 2a. Okay, and if you remember in the left hand side we have the s. So let me write down s is equal to v square minus u square upon 2a, and again by cross multiplying we will get v square minus u square is equal to 2as. Well, my dear children, now you see that how I derived all three equations without using graph. I have not taken the graph. Okay, so you have to practice that, and right now I have to give you some of the you can say that equations of the motion in a different way. What is that? You see, all these motions are your straight line motion along a straight line. Now you think that suppose a body is falling from a certain height. If the motion is a vertical motion, At that time, what would be the equations of the motion that I want to give you? It is about the vertical motion. Let me write down here. You also write along with me, and after that I will conclude my session. Write down it here that your general equation. General equation means the equation of the motion along the straight line. What we are doing now? That is your v equal to u plus at, s equal to ut plus half at square, and last one is v square minus u square equal to 2as. Right? Now you see what would be the equation of the motion when the body is falling freely. So you can write down equations of a freely falling body. Freely falling body. Okay? So here you see equation will be like this. V is equal to u plus gt. Okay? Then h is equal to ut plus half gt square. Third one is v square minus u square is equal to 2gh. Now here few new terms. Okay? Not few, only one. It is a g. Small g is known as acceleration due to gravity. You know that our earth attracts everybody towards itself. Anybody fall on the earth due to the gravity. So this is also acceleration. It is known as acceleration due to gravity. The symbol is the small g. So what is the value of the small g? The small g is equal to 9.8 meter per second square. Do remember this. Okay, you will read more about it in the gravitation chapter. Well, so now in place of the acceleration it will be g, and in place of your distance it will be your height. So the equations are v equal to u plus gt, h equal to ut plus half gt square. Third one is v square minus u square is equal to 2gh. But do remember, g will be, small g will be positive when the body is falling from a certain height, coming down, and the g will be negative when the body is throwing up or going up. Okay? So it is about that. Now at last we remember that sometimes the initial velocity of the body becomes zero, or when the body just started to move, okay, from rest. At that time, what should be the equations? It will be like this. When u equal to 0, the equations will be v equal to at, because u is equal to 0, s equal to half at square, and v square is equal to 2as. Well, so right now I want to recapitulate whatever I taught you today. The first of all, I told you the equations of the motion, and second I told you how to derive the equations using the graphical method. Next I told you how to derive the equations without graph. I also told you the two type of the methods to derive the second equation also. In first I have taken the area of the trapezium, in second I have taken the addition of the area of the triangle and area of the rectangle. Do remember, do practice according to that. Next I told you the equations of the motion for the free fall body, taking the small g, acceleration due to gravity. Also I explained what is the meaning of the acceleration due to gravity. And I also told you the equations will be when u equal to 0. And at last, your significance of the equations of the motion. Significance means these equations of the motions are used to solve so many numerical problems and many more problems with us. In my next session, I will solve the numerical problems, okay, using all these equations. Right now, please write down the assignment of the day. The assignment will be uploaded in ERP. Please go through that, and you have to solve the assignment and submit it also in the ERP. This is a part of your PT1 also. So please do write down the assignment. There are 3 questions I have given you. Assignment. My first question is write down all 3 equations of motion. 3 equations of motion. And the second question is derive the equations. derive the equations graphically or using graph equations graphically. Okay, and third question is derive the second equation of motion. Derive the second equation of motion. Second equation of motion without using graph. Without using graph. Okay, thank you very much.